Hey guys, quick disclaimer. The Nosy Hens podcast talks about content that is not suitable for children and might bring you some discomfort too. This includes violence and abuse of all kinds, strong language, and graphic descriptions. Listener discretion is advised. What the heck is that? Y'all, I heard something creaking.
You done threw us off.
I
I was
ain't
ready to be
speak.
like, it's another hand podcast.
Well, you still did. What up,
Where did
guys?
it come from?
What, that creek? Y'all, I ain't finna say that. I was finna try to scare y'all and say it's a ghost in my house, but that ain't no ghost.
Girl, you better
Yeah.
not.
Not up in here, okay? But welcome to the chicken coop, you
Welcome.
guys.
Y'all, we doing something different. Let me tell you something. Because usually, y'all get new episodes on Friday, right? But we be recording sometime on the weekend. Because it's not always the same day consistently. But tonight, it's a Friday night.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You right, yeah.
We always coming at y'all with the dunking. I don't have no dunking this evening because it'll keep me up for hours.
Yeah, so we ain't doing that.
No, but I do have a nice cran pineapple.
Yeah.
It's just juice.
Don't
juice,
tell
no
them that.
alcohol.
They could have been thinking that you was trying to be off that goose.
Girl,
Getting loose. I don't know what I be talking about, y'all.
she don't. Jasmine ain't no drinker.
But like I said, it's the Nosy Hens podcast. And I'm one of your favorite Nosy Hens. You can call me Jazz.
I'm that other one. You can call me A-Rain.
Oh, and we're going to do something that we have not done before. And I don't know why we have not thought about this.
Because we're still learning.
But we should have been doing this from the beginning. Guys, if you appreciate us, please rate us where you listen to your favorite podcast, as well as leave us a review. We would really appreciate it.
Please.
As well as share.
Please.
Share the podcast with your friends.
Please.
So,
I think we did that like maybe the first episode.
mm,
And then, hey, y'all, because sometimes we be forgetting to, we're learning, okay?
We are.
We're learning how to multitask. We still got that YouTube channel, and they be posting up there, so if you can't do the Apple or the Spotify or the Google Play or
Yes.
the Podbean, just go on YouTube. Go to our Nosy Hens podcast YouTube, and you can listen to us on there.
Yes.
No video. I mean, it's an audio video.
right.
But you can listen to us on there. But we might be.
She done talked me into it, y'all, and I don't appreciate it, but we might be getting on video soon. This year?
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. If not this year, it'll be season 3. Definitely.
Boy, I can't believe we're saying season 3.
I know. And I will be courteous enough to make sure that I wear a bra for video.
Well, thank you.
I can't have those tickle bitties just slanging all over.
Look.
You just can't have loose tits everywhere.
Okay, let's get into it.
It's offensive.
Y'all, this girl. Let's get into this episode. I'm talking to you guys about a beautiful young lady named Kara Kopetsky. Now, it's very unfortunate what happened to Miss Kara Kopetsky.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to go ahead and just start about telling about her and what she was like. So, Kara Elise Kopetsky was born on February 17th, 1990 in Frankfurt, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents were named Rhonda Bedford and Michael Kopetsky. And she was described as friendly, caring, and outgoing by friends and family. And Kara was interested in art and music and was known to have a good sense of humor. Now, she was also known as a firecracker. She
was quick at the mouth.
Yes. Okay. She had a good comeback game, a good, what you call that, shade game, and
the shade,
and
the wit.
Don't come for me unless I send for you game.
Okay, don't come for. Let me tell you something.
What?
Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Right. And that's what Kara said.
Okay, she said what she said. Let me tell you something about the housewives. Them niggas be having the punchlines, okay?
They do.
I need to put them on shirts.
And Kara, she also would smoke a little ciggy every now and then. Now, she's a young girl. She's smoking ciggies. But what was also good about her is that she was a great student in high school. She worked hard to maintain her good grades. And then the firecracker side, she would skip third period every now and then, do what she wanted to do. You gotta have balance.
You gotta have some balance.
You gotta have balance.
Just a middle.
Yeah. So she also dealt with a little bit of depression and anxiety, but she was in counseling for it, and I think that is awesome. If you see signs that your child has anxiety, depression, or just something is not right,
yes,
get them into therapy as soon as you can.
So hard.
Take them to the doctor, see what you can do. And so that's what her parents did. And she was in counseling. So this was to help her better understand and manage her emotions. Now, sometime in Kara's childhood, she and the family moved to Belton, Missouri, which is about 25 miles from Kansas City, Missouri. She attended Belton High School, and she even held a job at the local Popeyes while maintaining her good grades. She was very impressive because I'm one or the other. I cannot focus on my grades.
Look, let me tell you.
And skip class. I cannot focus on my grades and hold a job. I just can't do it.
Look, first off, I skipped school in middle school, and my mom found out, and when I say I got my ass whooped from her, my auntie, and then my daddy, he wasn't going to spank me or nothing, but he was like, I'm coming over there to get you.
Right.
And he never showed up. But, let me tell you.
I've never skipped a class. Like, I might stay home for a day, but like, I would have gotten caught skipping class if I went to school that day. So I couldn't do it. It takes talent.
It takes courage. A spirit of courage.
You ain't lying there. All right. So she never really gave anybody trouble. But now Kara had a complicated relationship with a guy named Kylr Yust. And yeah, he's we gonna roast him. So they had been in an on again and off again relationship for a while. Now Kylr was born on May 31st, 1988, and he's just been a seedy character all his life. Okay, he has a long history of drug offenses, theft, domestic violence, just an all around thug. Okay. People described Kylr as somebody also having a violent and abusive personality with a history of controlling and manipulative behavior. So he was also just a psychopath.
Right.
I mean, girl, when I was researching, this the one that just pissed me off. So anyways, he also played in a death metal band in his spare time.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Now, Kara has enough of this guy after about 9 months of on and off dating, and she breaks up with him for good in April of 2007. Kylr was pissed. You don't break up with me, is what he was saying.
Hold on, you said in 2007?
Yeah.
And they were 3 years younger than us.
Yeah, because he was in 80. He was born in 88. She was born in 1990.
So they were fresh out of high school.
Yes. Well, she was still in high school.
She was still a senior.
Right. She was a senior. So that's probably why it was easier for her to skip third year. Seniors.
Yeah, seniors have a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. So she broke up with him. He was hot about it, okay? Now, from what it seems like, Kylr was just like one of those, you're not done with me until I'm done with you kind of people.
No,
so,
sir.
Yeah. So, just like that, all right? So, what happens is on April 28th, 2007, Kara leaves her job for the evening and she's met outside by Kylr. He forces her into his car at knife point.
Nobody sees this?
This is in the evening.
But she ain't got no co-workers coming out with her?
I don't know. So he forces her in the car at knife point and he tells her that he's going to slit her throat. And this is the whole time while he driving her around the city after he done, freaking pushed her into his car and all this and all that. He eventually calms down and lets her out of his car. Kara is smart. She goes to the police and gets a restraining order against Kylr Yust. And on the statement of her restraining order, she lists out some things that have been happening. So she put Saturday, 4/28, kidnapped, restrained, 1 month ago, choked me in December of 2006. Yeah. Had a knife in hand and said, I'm going to slit your MF throat. March of 2007, wouldn't let me out of my home.
Where are her parents? You can't be living on your own and no.
No, she lived with her parents.
So where are they? They don't see they just, oh, hi, Kylr.
Right. I don't know. But I know her mom did go with her to get this restraining order. So they were around, but maybe they were gone when he comes over and holds her hostage in her own home.
That is
this motherfucker, okay? So on the restraining order too, there's a question or kind of like a fill in the blank here that says an immediate and present danger of abuse to the child exists, and they did child because she's
still a minor.
Right. Exists because, and Kara replies, because I'm unsure of what he'll do next because the abuse has gotten worse over time. And it's good that she got a restraining order, but this has always been my question. What the blank are restraining orders for?
Absolutely nothing because they still break them.
People
still break them. Because my thing is, like, when it comes to the restraining order, like, what if y'all both at the mall at the same time? It's like,
yeah.
How does that work?
Right.
But I guess it's a thing of, well, no, you can't intentionally go into their space.
Right.
But I just kind of feel like restraining orders don't really do anything.
They don't do anything.
It's more like a pat on the wrist, okay.
It's not even that. Nice. They are not getting consequences. They are just saying, hey, stay away from somebody.
Basically, because you still don't get no protection or anything after. They can break that.
Right.
And do not care because what consequence do you get if you do break it? Another spanking?
Right. Exactly.
Because they're not going to put you in jail.
Yeah. So that was a tangent, but for real, we need to kind of revamp the whole stalking, what is done to help people who need to take out a restraining order on somebody. All right. So on May 4th, Kara is seen on Belton High security cameras leaving the school shortly after 9 a.m. And so this is thought to be just one of the times that she skips third period. But this is the last time that she is seen by her friends and family. She doesn't return back to school for the remainder of the day, and she doesn't go home after school. Now, after 5 o'clock on that day, her mom, Rhonda, goes ahead and reports her missing to the Belton Police Department. And when the police begin investigating, they already know that something is bad here.
Yeah.
Because she left behind all of her personal belongings at home, including an entire carton of cigarettes and an iPod that she just got for Christmas. Her debit card was even found in her locker at school, and there had been no activity on it since she disappeared. And the only thing that was missing with her was her cell phone and her purse. So all these things lead them to say, okay, this is not a runaway.
Right.
So they're like, what's going on? And then especially also when her paycheck rolls around on May 9th and she doesn't pick it up. So, something's going on.
Right.
Now, Kylr was the first and possibly only suspect on their radar, especially since that order of protection had been made only 4 days before she went missing.
Mm-hmm.
So when they talk to him, he already starts lying, okay? He says that he didn't have any contact with Kara on May 4th. He said he did have a missed call from her at 11 a.m., but she didn't answer when he called her back. This is a lie because phone records can easily be pulled.
Right.
All right. The police get the phone records, and it shows that Kara actually did call him at 9:13. And then he called her back at 9:20, just 1 minute after she was seen leaving Belton High School on surveillance video. Now, why do you lie about the time? Like, why even say it at all? If you're going to lie about the time, knowing good and well records can be pulled.
Right.
Or they can just say, okay, let me see your phone I can look.
Right.
Just dumb, okay? But get the fuck out. Oh. Sorry, y'all. Get the blank out of this. He's denied. And then he doesn't answer them when they ask why he was lying about the time frame of the phone calls. Still, this dude passes a lie detector test. He passes.
Well, I kind of feel like lie detector tests aren't really reliable.
They're not.
It's based on
They're not.
What, heart rate? That nigga probably taught himself how to just lie and pass.
Yeah. Or he's a psychopath.
That as well.
Really.
That as well.
Just go ahead and, yeah.
Yeah.
So he passes the lie detector test, but he also provides an alibi to the police for the morning that Kara goes missing. So, yeah, okay?
But the alibi person could lie for him, too.
That's true. That is true. Well, that's where we are. All right?
He did it.
Okay. So, also, this is what really gets me. This dude got on TV and he was just speaking, just yapping with news reporters, talking about he's cooperating with the police because he got nothing to hide and blah, 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 and all of this and all of that. He also told the police that he did speak with Kara the day before she went missing, in which they argued, and she conveniently told him that the next day she would be meeting with a friend that nobody in the world knew about. Right? Like, come on. But guess what? This case goes stale for 4 years. 4 years.
But he's like the prime suspect. Like, they didn't look back at the restraining orders.
They did. That was the reason why they was looking at him for her disappearance. But nobody, no crime is what they say sometimes. Okay? So Kylr is running around free, and you know what else Kylr was running?
What?
His damn mouth.
Oh, come on, tell on yourself.
Listen. Between 2010 and 2016.
Oh, those were big years for me. I got married. I had a kid.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, between those years.
Not for him.
Right. Between those years, several different people go to the police and they tell the police that freaking Kylr admitted to strangling Kara to death and hiding her body somewhere in a wooded area.
And the thing about putting a body in a wooded area, especially if you know that wild animals are out there, they're going to eat the body.
Right. So they tell the police that one of Kylr's death metal bandmates told them a year prior, that he drunkenly confessed to killing Kara because she wouldn't love him anymore and he didn't want anyone else to have her.
What a temper tantrum.
Right? Now, most notably, a current girlfriend of Kylr's.
How you got it? Well, I mean, we heard about that one girl that had the boyfriend and she got the boyfriend and killed the ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
He had moved on.
Yes. So, a current girlfriend of Kylr's told police that he told her he'd watched Kara take her last breath. His girlfriend was a girl by the name of Caitlin. Now, that's it for the police. They heard all they need to hear. So, they are ready to get this bitch. Okay?
Get him.
All right?
Get him.
Well, the FBI gets involved.
Oh, get him. Get him.
Okay? And they ask Caitlin to help them take this dude down. They place a hidden camera and audio recorder in her car sometime in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Kylr happily rides around with Caitlin and directs her to the place where he said that he disposed of Kara's body.
Oh, and I feel like the only reason why he was confessing to her was to put fear in her.
Yeah.
Because he was feeding her some knuckle Subway sandwiches too.
You know it, okay? So, not only does he direct her and they go there, but they bring a damn Ouija board to contact Kara with. And side note, I want you guys to know that in my notes, I spelled the word Ouija, Weejee, because I don't even want to spell the word right. Okay,
look, let me tell you.
I don't want that real word rubbing off on me.
Nope.
In no kind of way.
Nope.
All right? But they bring a dang on Ouija board. And on camera, this dude gonna say something that he felt Kara touch his shoulder and say...
She was probably trying to strangle you.
Okay, all right. But nothing comes out of the footage that was placed in her car.
So what was the point?
You got me. You got me. I don't know. Nothing comes out of the footage. Now, in August of 2011... Kylr is with another girl. He can't keep a relationship.
No, because he's feeding them knuckle sandwiches. And eventually, you want to eat something different.
Yes. Now, this girl, her name was Candace Matthews. And she was even preggy with his kid. So, if she still is with... God bless them. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
She was preggy with his kid. She also had been in an on-again and off-again relationship with him. And she contacted the police because he had tried to strangle her to death.
What they do? Put a restraining order on him?
Right.
Oh yeah, we're going to put a restraining order on him. Nigga, he just tried to restrain me by my throat.
Right.
That don't work.
Girl, right. He tried to strangle her to death. He also drew a dang on pentagram on her forehead.
What?
And told her that he'd seen bodies be dissolved in acid and placed bodies where pigs would eat them.
So he's psychotic. No one noticed this.
On psychotic. No, everybody noticed it. Everybody noticed it.
The thing is, because a lot of the times, like people notice it, and they can notice it when the person that is in the psychosis is young.
Yeah.
But it could be just brushed off as, oh, they're just being a kid, or maybe they'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
But you don't think to go get them no help or nothing, because as they get older, they become an adult, they don't want no treatment.
Right.
Because they feel like nothing is wrong with them.
Right. Right. And he is definitely one of them. Now get this. This is, I can't, just trigger warning, y'all. All right. But to further inflict pain on his girlfriend, he takes some kittens that she had and he drowns one and he smashes another. Yeah. Just so he could F with her mind.
What the?
Yeah. Just.
That wasn't enough to make her leave?
Well.
Did she come from a bad home, I wonder?
I don't know.
Or a home that wasn't like...
I mean, she was pregnant, so maybe she was afraid of being pregnant and alone. Maybe she had been brainwashed by this dude. Maybe she was trauma bonded to him. I don't know. But he kills her kittens. And he tells her that he'd murdered previous girlfriends.
Oh, with an S.
Yes. And he would do it again. He does get arrested for this incident, but he is released.
Of course.
Yeah. He didn't get any real legal ramifications for anything until 2013, when he had been sentenced to 4 years in prison outside of Oklahoma City for a drug trafficking charge.
Sus, that is 10 years ago.
Yes.
And he did all of this crazy shit.
Yes.
And nothing happened.
Nothing
until 2013.
Nothing happened.
And I would just like to say, because nothing happened,
yeah,
Sus was gonna keep on doing it.
Yes,
he was gonna keep on doing it, because in his eyes, he's like, oh, they ain't do nothing to me before.
He told his girlfriend flat out he'll do it again. Girl. But at least during those 4 years, he was where police could find him.
Okay.
Now, a cellmate of his told police that he admitted to killing Kara. Like, he was proud of killing Kara. He wanted to tell everybody that he could tell. Okay? But get this. And I keep saying get this, but get this. Yeah. He was released in February 2016.
He definitely was.
And all this time, Kara has yet to be found.
So they still have not,
They have not found her.
Well, one, found her, but two, because I hate to say it, but they're not gonna find, because he put her in a wooded area. And evidence is the wind.
Yeah, lots of things can happen.
Nature, animals,
Yeah. So, September 8th, 2016. Kylr is still out and living his best life.
When is somebody take this nigga out?
Please. In fact,
I don't mean out to dinner.
In fact, he meets up with a girl named Jessica Runyons, whose boyfriend he had been friends with for a while, and he meets up with her at a party. Kylr had been drinking heavily, and he starts being a sloppy, angry drunk who is possessive over his friend's girlfriend. Yes.
What?
Yes. He's acting possessive over his friend's girlfriend, Jessica Runyons. And they leave the party together late in the night. Jessica does not show the next day when she is supposed to go to a doctor's appointment with her mom.
So he killed Jessica.
The day after that, Jessica's car is found on fire.
So he killed Jessica.
Now, there's a guy named Jessup Carter, and this is Kylr's half-brother. Jessup calls police to let them know that he was there when Kylr set Jessica's car on fire. Yeah.
So did he see Jessica in the car when he was watching him commit arson?
Because Kylr had told him that he strangled Jessica and dumped her body in the woods. Right.
At this point, it's like, okay, here's your chance, cops.
Right.
She's still fresh.
How
the wind ain't blew her down the hill.
Right.
Maybe a coyote got to her, but you better hurry up quick.
Right. Now, police are able to corroborate Jessup's story because Kylr's dumbass had burned himself while setting Jessica's car on fire. And I wish he would have burned all the way up. Okay? The whole way up. But he goes home with Jessup to heal. And that's when Jessup calls the police. The police come and find him and arrest him for the car fire.
Of course.
Now, when they arrest him, he doesn't talk to the police. He doesn't talk to the news reporters. But when they are like transporting him, he has this smug smile on his face when the cameras are in his face. And he is just like giving snide remarks and stuff like that. Something was like, one of the reporters was like, "What happened to your face?" He gonna say, "What happened to your face?" Like, he's
childish.
He's a child. He is a psychopath, and he is just absolutely just a horrible human being.
All right.
Now, where am I? Oh, okay. Months later from this incident.
Oh, well, I guess I'm sorry, Jesse.
Yeah. In 2017, there's a mushroom hunter, which I didn't know that people hunted for mushrooms.
Well, yeah, because there's like all those different, like the lions looking mushroom that look like a bunch of hair.
Oh my gosh, that would freak me out. My throat is itchy just thinking about it.
They be using that because it's supposed to have all these health benefits and stuff, but they be using that one. The one that look like it got a whole bunch of folds in it. I think that's called the oyster. Look like yeah.
I like cooked mushrooms, but
we'll stick with the portobellos.
Right? That's the only one. I don't recognize no other mushroom. Okay? But a mushroom hunter is out in the woods and he comes across some remains. The next day, when the police are doing more investigation, because they had come out, they investigated when the mushroom hunter found the remains, then I guess maybe it was like, we got to call it a night. The next day they come.
Hold on. He found the remains.
Yes.
And the cops were like, "We don't see any remains. We have to call it a night."
No.
Oh,
they
that's
did.
Like...
Yeah, they did see those remains, and they like probably taped off the area and stuff like that. But I guess when it got dark enough, they couldn't process the scene. So they come back the next day, and they themselves discover a second set of remains that look to be older than the ones they found the day before. Right, like almost right by the ones that were found the day before. The fresh remains belonged to Jessica Runyon.
Right.
And the older remains were proven to belong to Kara Kopetsky. And Kylr Yust is finally charged with 2 counts of murder.
It took him because he did he did Kara in 2007.
Yes.
So 10 years.
10 years.
For her.
Yes.
Of being found after people were like, he did it, sir.
After
it was
several,
him. He
several.
said it. He said it, and he said it was in the woods.
After several people said that.
My thing is, if this nigga was, but I guess it's a matter of money and investigators and things like that, because I feel like the regular, like the street cops and the busy work cops, the ones that be on the street, they be terrorizing people, I feel like they're not the ones that really do the investigations. I feel like they're the ones that go out, collect the information, take it back, report it, go back out, do the same thing, whereas the investigators go out and they extensively look at all of the dotted I's, crossed T's, curled up Q's. They look at all of everything. So if it's an investigator that doesn't feel like, or hasn't come across the case because the case has gone cold, then it's like really no chance. And even if somebody comes up and is like, yeah, he said it, nobody's like, oh, well, okay, it's being brought up more often, let's go ahead and look back into it before another victim.
Right.
It just be the whole human experience altogether. It's just,
Yeah. So the charging happened on October 5th, 2017. He had confessed to at least 6 people before he was finally brought in for murder. He had confessed to 6 at the least.
Did they ever find those people?
Those are the people that came. No. He confessed to kill, or no. He had confessed to 6 people that he killed. Yeah. All of them went to the police and nothing. And the police tried to defend themselves by saying they needed more time to be on their side, and also they weren't sure if those 6 sources were credible. 6.
But if 6 different people are coming to you with the same story and the same person is the subject of the matter, why are you not taking it serious? What has to make it serious? I gotta come in and put on a clown wig?
That was an excuse.
We need more time.
Right.
How about focus on not stopping niggas because of niggas, and do your dang on job and find out who these killers are that are murdering people.
Girl, that's what they said in their defense. And I'm like, give me a break. The police finally have a case. They already had a case, but whatever. Now, one of their key witnesses was going to be Jessup Carter. But Jessup had gotten into a little bit of trouble with the law himself.
Of course.
Yeah. He commits a case of arson on a large home and ends up killing himself while in jail. So, I mean, they don't have him to testify against his brother anymore.
Yeah.
And Kylr's lawyers take full advantage of that. They attempt to get Kylr off the hook by blaming this on Jessup.
Why is it that the people that defend the criminals, and you're really like defending them, like you got the money, it's not like a public defender, but like you really paid to defend these people, and you do it.
Yeah.
All y'all can go to hell.
Yeah. Say that. And my thing is, like, do criminal defense lawyers have no scruples, like no morals or anything? Because you know somebody guilty, and you still go ahead and try and say they innocent. I couldn't do it.
I would feel so horrible.
I could not. I mean, I don't know.
I would feel horrible. I really would. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Right.
So they tried to pin it off on Jessup. Now, when that didn't work, then they tried to bring up mental illness with Kylr.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. You can't bring that up because you should have brought it up when you saw him killing cats when he was 5.
Exactly.
And then again when he was killing his girlfriend's cats.
Yeah. So they try and do that. That's not going to work either. Now, they also argue that there is no physical evidence connecting Kylr to the murders of both ladies.
But why does it have to be physical? He confessed to it and told you where they were.
Number one, but you got to think about it. There are false confessions every day. True. So and people brag and say they killed somebody. They ain't killed a fly, but they trying to scare you. So you've got to have more. Oh. So they are arguing that they don't have anything. System. Yeah. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. But guess what? Still, the jury deliberates for 2 days and they come back with a guilty verdict.
Good.
On voluntary manslaughter for Kara and then 2nd-degree murder for Jessica Runyons. And on April 16th, 2021.
Golly, y'all, this man been...
2021.
Why does it take so long?
17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 more years. 4 more years. Kylr Yust was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Jessica, plus 15 years for the manslaughter of Kara. And those sentences were going to run right after each other. But another thing is, in Missouri, life sentences are capped at 30 years.
That's not a...
So
he gonna do 45 years.
Yes. At the minimum.
And then if they're like, oh no, he's been a good guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. He could get out.
Yeah.
We live in Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so angering how this girl went to the police for help. All they did was help with paperwork. She gets killed and doesn't get justice for over 10 years.
The crazy thing is, because I was just looking at a documentary on Netflix, and it was a woman on there that was an advocate for domestic violence victims and their children.
Yeah.
And so what she was saying was there's always been an issue when it came to domestic violence.
Yeah.
Whether the police just don't believe the woman, or they don't believe that it's happening because it's never been reported, or even with the kids, like the woman in the story, she left the man and went and reported him being physically abusive to her, but didn't report the abuse being done to his son. And so the lawyer was like, well, that just doesn't sit right with me. Why would you report your abuse but not? But it's like, but that's not how, because some people are scared.
Yeah.
So take that shit seriously. Because there's a lot of women out here that are like, I'm getting knuckle sandwiches every day. And my babies, help me.
Right.
Help me with something.
Right.
A lot of the times they don't know what the resources are because they never thought that they would be in a situation like that.
That's true.
But situations like this, he was
sitting up there running free, terrorizing people for years. For years.
And they were like, he's just been a kid. At this time, he a grown-ass man.
Yeah, man.
He's not being a kid. He's being a psychopath. And y'all just letting this nigga walk around being a psychopath.
Period.
Giving you more victims that you gonna fail. Because you done failed Kara and you done failed Jessica. Because it happened. It started, from what we know, in 2007.
Yeah.
And went on up from there.
On up from there. Yes. Yeah.
I just,
My goodness. And he might have got away with it if he hadn't run his mouth. That's the thing.
So he helped us help him get his ass put in jail.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dummy. And I hope you right there. I hope somebody gets your asshole.
Yes.
So hard.
Yeah.
No grease.
Ooh, okay.
It's a man that be on the YouTube.
Yeah.
When he was in jail, he talked about how he be getting them butts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's graphic. I forgot what it was called, but that man was like, no, I see a new booty come in. If I want, I'll bust them in right then and there. But I gotta be gentle with them. But then he said what he does is he make the man that he getting ready to take the butt, he make him put the Vaseline in his butt himself. So the man can't say, he raped me. It looks like it's consensual because you got Vaseline up under your fingers too.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Said, people is crazy in prison. You is crazy.
Jesus, take the wheel.
So, Kylr, I hope they're getting you good.
Yeah. And a heartfelt rest in peace to Jessica Runyon.
Yes.
And Kara Kopetsky.
Yes.
And hopefully nobody else, but you know. Because he was on his way to being a serial killer.
He definitely was. Because he was doing the exact same thing and then putting them in the exact same. He was repeating what he was doing. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for this episode, y'all. We really hope that you enjoyed it. And don't forget to rate us.
Yes.
And review us and share us with your friends.
Yes, we really do appreciate it, y'all. We are working hard, trying to pump out these stories.
Yes.
We're going to be taking a mid-season break. Is it this week? Starting this week?
Starting next week.
So we're going to be taking them. We'll let y'all know when we sure, because we don't know.
Right.
So we're gonna be taking a mid-season break just to, relax, relate, release our minds, and start taking in some of the spring sunshine if it ever decides to come out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we ain't want to leave y'all hanging.
And also interact with us.
Yes.
You can email us at
thenoseyhintspodcast@gmail.com.
And you can follow us on our socials at
The Nosy Hints Podcast everywhere.
And we follow back.
Yes, we do.
Follow back, youngin'. Ooh,
hey.
Follow back. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of your weekend.
Yes.
And we will talk to you next week.
Bye.